All right, I'll sit back and listen.
Oh, it's too late. You're already in the video. Too late. I got you. You're caught. Anyways.
Well, hi to everyone listening.
All right. Welcome to YellBro Road. I am Jordan, and today, uh, the Mahmoud Khalil case, the judge and in tandem with the U.S. government have now set a new precedent for what does it mean to be a citizen? What does it mean to be a legal immigrant, as in you have a green card? This is I think a big deal. Uh, the judges basically saying, yeah, you have legal precedence to deport this guy who's a legal citizen, followed the laws, but said the wrong thing. So now they can kick you out, which is just crazy to me. Before I get started, don't forget to share, support, hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Check them out, read them, share them, and then donate. All right. I mean, you heard me say some things right there. Let's just play the video. By the way, this is from some Douglas Murray, Sarah Rose, anti-American ass deported, y'all. As she sips her iced coffee and shit. Like, listen, you want to go out sometime? Like, I can bring flowers. We can go to like a nice Italian place. Listen, I'm a masochist, bro. I like getting my ass beat. So if she's a pro-gun, like a gun token, you know, Trump supporter, like I'm gonna do shit to piss her off, and it'll just be hilarious. Like it'll be beautiful. She'll just yell and scream at me all day. It's like kind of hot. Oh, am I bearing the story? My bad. All right, here we go. Let's get into this.
Move forward. Correspondent Brooke Taylor, live right near that courthouse in Gina, Louisiana. Tell us what the judge is saying in there, Brooke.
Hi, Martha. Yeah, this has been long anticipated and some major news. Just to first give you some perspective, we're down the street from that ICE detention center. The courtroom is inside of there. They didn't allow any phones or cameras. So we're finding out this information from our reporter who's over there down the street. She tells us, as you just mentioned, the immigration judge has found Mahmoud Khalil removable. Khalil's attorneys have until April 23rd to file relief applications. I asked that report.
Now, I read that on someone else's story as well, but about the April 23rd, you can appeal and all that stuff. Yeah, but this judgment here is already setting a new precedent. Like, once again, he didn't go on a murder spree. He didn't go on a robbery spree. He didn't rape anyone, as far as any of us know. In fact, he was more of a go-between for organizers, is what I heard. That he's a go-between between the college and the students. It sounds like he's like mediating almost, and he's like, "Oh, you are a worthwhile representative because you're like a clean cut guy. That's why that guy would be in that position in the first place, right? Like, oh, you're like a clean cut guy. You speak probably multiple languages, uh, and you're like a bright person. You're intelligent." Thus, and you know the staff, the staff because you went to the school and all that. Like he's like, oh, this is like a perfect guy for this. He was like, he's not grabbing rocket launchers. He's not covering his face up. He's like, right. He's not hiding behind a mask or anything either. Like, not saying protesters shouldn't do that. That's whatever. That doesn't bother me at all. But I'm saying like he's just showing his face, clean cut looking. He's probably being like respectable and shit. And if that's enough to take your green card away, we I'm telling you, man, this is setting a weird precedent that like and who knows, man. People think or once again, right now people are focused on let's be real, they're focused on Arabs, right? Because we've had a whole decades worthwhile of propaganda about Arab people, right? Maybe they're okay. Like maybe this Sarah Rose chick, the one who tweeted this video out, maybe she's okay with this at this moment in time. But once it starts, once again, it could hit someone who's just British. To where, let's say Sarah Rose marries the British man of her dreams, and then he's like, but maybe he has different point of views, and he goes out and he protests Israel, or let's be more correct here, protests in favor of Palestinians and Gazans that are being genocided. now that dream Prince Harry ass husband could get deported because he spoke up in the way that some orange penguin Douglas Murray is because of his point of view. This guy, like, let's be real, he ain't even a fucking New Yorker, bro. Sorry. I'm from Alaska, New York. We don't like this fool, bro. Sorry. Well, maybe some people do, but they're idiots. This fool ain't from nowhere, New York, bro. He gets kicked the fuck out. Be real with you. I need legislation to deport him from ever coming to New York again, bro. Get the fuck. That's probably too far. I'm joking. Don't worry about it. But I will. His New York card is revoked. It's gone. It was never there in the first place. Just keeping it real. But yeah, it's I got too much. I got too caught up in the shit talking. Whatever. Yeah, it's this sets a new precedent, man. And it's like, how far are we gonna go here? We heard him say statements, Trump, that is, about taking the worst of our criminals and sending them to El Salvador. Right? He mentioned words about that, and it's like that's setting another new precedent. Like, and by the way, these things, as far as from one presidency to the next, let's be real, they usually set a precedent, and the next one takes advantage of it. George Bush gets all these authorization uses for the military. Obama abuses the fuck out of it. In fact, they started calling him the Drone King. Trump comes in and doubles that. And all the countries that Obama ducked into, Trump kept them going and expanded on them. And then he expanded into other countries, further into Africa. Into whatever country and countries in there, spreading more and more towards Central Africa. Like, they set each other up. It's really baton passing. It looks like there's two different parties happening, but it doesn't seem that way. It really doesn't. When you actually look at the cold, hard policy, it seems like just one person continuing the next. And now that this is here, who's to say what could happen in the future? Like, it could be some sort of future cases where, like, someone's going to bring up, the Khalil versus, the United States State Department, right? And they use that as this new fucking law thing where they can, this guy said something on Twitter I didn't like. You think I'm not even joking. I'm not joking here. There are people, companies, whoever, scrolling through fucking social media feeds to find out what people are saying so they have an excuse to deport them. Now, what if it goes as far as let's keep going. During his first term, Trump designated Antifa as a terrorist organization. That means, once again, when it comes to this global war thing, nations mean nothing. That's why we can bomb willy-nilly in Somalia without ever declaring war in Somalia. Like, yeah, guys, we're going to war with Somalia. They don't say that. The president just says, go ahead, you can drone strike there. Go ahead, drone strike it. And they do it. Because it's the global war on terror. There is no boundaries. There is no jurisdictions. It's just wherever terror is, we're allowed to go. Now, what if I start deeming American citizens as terrorists? Or American groups, like he did with Antifa? I think Biden might have did it with the Proud Boys or something. I don't know. He might have did that. Someone can check me on that. Now all of a sudden, you're not American. You're a terrorist, which has no rights anywhere. What did Obama do? Once again, he also was setting the precedents as well. What did Obama do? He killed an American citizen overseas because they were deemed terrorists. He killed that so-called terrorist. He killed that guy's kid, too. Some, teenager, whatever, 15, 16 years old kid. Killed him, too. Also American. What happens? Trump comes in office, kills the daughter. 9-year-old American citizen. And that was like, I think, one of his first foreign policy or military, he gave the thumbs up to as like a military mission or whatever. Little girl, American citizen, killed. I'm telling, like, people should not be playing around with this. I'm telling you right now. Like, this can be looked at. They can start, instead of looking over towards the Middle East and looking strictly at Arab people, they can look back here at us and say, yo, your actions on social media, damn, now you're using this, this particular hashtag or something. Like, oh, that means you're a part of this group. That makes you a terrorist. Now what can they do with you? Now, if you're an American citizen, I would assume they wouldn't just be like, okay, you can deport them. Where do you deport them to? They're Americans. But if you deem them a terrorist, right, considered the worst of the worst, right? Well, we're paying these guys in El Salvador to take some of these prisoners. Maybe they'll take you too, since you're part of the worst of the worst. So it could be some kid with a political leaning and maybe some veracity to get out there and yell it to everyone. Like, oh, he's part of that terrorist organization. He's equal to some Ted Bundy serial killer guy, some mass shooter or something like that. They're equal with each other. So they both go to El Salvador. And the worst of the worst gets sent overseas. They're essentially deported. These guys who are Venezuelan getting deported to El Salvador, they're not, well, it's in the name. They're not from El Salvador. They're from Venezuela. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you're from. It's just get them the fuck out of here. Who knows? Maybe they make room in Guantanamo. I don't know. Maybe. Might have heard some things about that as well happening in, nowadays. I'm telling you, bro. Like, this is... And once again, did everything by the book, legally, got his green card, got married, about to have a kid. And what did they do? Gestapo style, bag them up, ship them down south, ship them to Louisiana, away from everyone. And now they're setting the precedent where, like, we can just take your green card away and deport you. It's retroactively saying your green card application was bullshit. Like, you're coming over here and you're supporting terrorism. And it's like, meanwhile, I'm telling you right now, I think most Americans realize that aren't stuck on Fox News and that they actually have brains, right? They're not, they're not, 85 years old or the brain of an 85-year-old, this lady here. If that's even a real person. Be real with you. I think they would be against this. Just straight up. Just a regular American would probably be against this if they knew the situation. But once again, I'm sure they're falling for... I can't even think of who would... Are there content creators? Forget about network TV, right? Where the average age viewer is like 60-something years old. How about regular internet fucking content creators and quote-unquote journalists or whatever? What are they saying on average? There's no way they're in favor of this. I'm focusing on the right-leaning people. You have the guys that have some sense of credibility, like a Ron Paul. There's no way he's in favor of that. You have guys that are, to me, a little bit, you could do better, like a Dave Smith. There's no way he's in favor of that. Okay, you have someone... All right, you have full-blown grifters, right? Full of shit, psychopathic grifters, like Candace Owens. She can't be... Well, her new branding can't be in favor of this. Like, who would be... Even Crowder kind of hinted that he wouldn't be for this. Maybe he just won't even cover it. Let's be real. there's a good chance he just might not cover it just because he has to save his ass. He knows he has a decent amount of fan base that are waiting for him to fall off the cliff because he is full-blown Steven Crowder is full-blown neocon. I'm telling you right now, full-blown neocon. But he's a little bit clever and hides it. It comes out every so often, but he has to hide it, so he might not cover this. Tim Pool? I don't know. I mean, I could see him saying, oh man, this shouldn't happen, but let's be real. The left started this. And then he does, out of an hour video, he does 3 minutes talking about, oh man, this is, I don't know about this. I don't know. I don't know if I can go with Trump on this one. I don't know. Then he spends 57 minutes talking about the Democrats and they started it. I could see that maybe. So I don't know who the fuck would be for this. Other than, once again, not except for like network TV guys. There's no way Tucker can be a part of this or be for this. So, once again, I threw out a prediction earlier. It wasn't a prediction. Forget it. No, I'm not going to give myself credit in that way. I'll say, based on what I saw in the first several weeks, I was like, this guy could go down as the worst president of our lifetimes. Once again, not by my standard. I think they're all equally worse or equally bad from my perspective, right? Because I base my shit on morals. But for the average political person that just measure material results and material differences, those guys are going to be like, yo, this Trump guy is the worst we've fucking seen. Think of every problem that this fool has contributed to. Brazenly, blatantly, braggadocious about it. Straight up. Let me show you. Sorry, let's play the rest of the video, then I'll show you what the White House tweeted out. Here we go.
Porter, what the immigration judge was able to say. She cited those DHS papers and said that the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, was able to meet that burden. And again, they have decided that Mahmoud Khalil is removable. The next...
I think people got upset with me for mocking Marco Rubio. And it's like, I told you, little dweeb, little fuckface, little 5'2" ass bitch. Sorry, my bad. Sorry. Sometimes these ultra dweebs, they bother me, and I have to insult their looks, which is not fair, all right? Because there's cool people that are, short. I don't mean Joe Rogan either; he's trash. But there's cool people that are nerds. I don't mean nerds. I don't mean socially awkward. I don't mean weird. I mean fuck boy dweebs and fuck girl dweebs. That's who I'm talking about. These little motherfuckers that feel like they need power. They need to have power over someone because they've never had that in their entire fucking lives. They've been getting picked on since first grade, bro. And they need to, snatch their power back by putting someone below them and making them fucking slaves. This pathological, mindset. Freak those dweebs, bro. But nerds, though, you're cool. Cool. Shout out to, a new Superman movie coming out. All right. Let's just hit play.
And said that the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, was able to meet that burden. And again, they have decided that Mahmoud Khalil is removable. The next question, Martha, of course, his attorneys are going to fight this, but how long that process is going to take right now for him to be deported?
I mean, let's just turn around anchor babies, get Marco Rubio the fuck out of here, right? Isn't he, isn't his family from Venezuela or something? Narco Rubio. Alright, well, this is from the White House, as you can see here. Blow up the image. See the Hamburglar and Mahmoud Khalil. Right, he's doing these things brazenly and bragging about it. It's just crazy. If he serves you a burger, don't eat that shit, bro. Just so you know. Just saying. You don't know where that soul's been, bro. If you knew where that soul's been, you wouldn't eat that fucking burger. Keep it a buck. Brazenly bragging about doing malice to other people. He is a full-blown Douglas Murray, bro. I'm telling you. Guys like this are full-blown Douglas Murrays. This appears to be a statement from Mahmoud Khalil. I'll just read it. Khalil will not immediately be deported. My alarm going off? Fuck. I'm live, man. What the hell? Rolling. Khalil will not immediately be deported. His attorneys have said that if he was ordered deported, they would appeal the judge's ruling. Commons? I guess that's maybe the lawyer? Or no, that's the judge. Okay. Commons gave Khalil until April 23rd to request a stay of his deportation if his attorneys believe he qualifies for one. And the judge said if they don't meet that deadline, she will order him deported either to Syria, where he was born, or to Algeria, where he is a citizen. What the fuck? Doesn't that sound like bullshit, sloppy, not actually, like... I thought the point of the justice system was try to make, like, it's about the spirit of the rule of the thing. So even though, let's say you find a way to, just, let's be real, dump on what I think are just human rights, to shit on them, you're just going to still be lazy and just like, oh, just send them to Syria. I think he's going to take Algeria because Syria is a fucking mess right now. That country is not the same thing where he used to live or where he was born at. It is not the same thing at all anymore. But it just sounds like some willy-nilly fucking ghetto-ass, fucking low-rent style dealing with people. Yeah, just get him out of here. Send him. Oh, fuck, we can deport him? Where do we send him, though? Where was he born? Where were you born? Yeah, send him there. Yeah, send him there. It's like, what? It's like you're making it up as you go type shit. Instead of, like, really thinking about this and what precedent you're really setting. Idiots. Bunch of Douglas Murrays. Anyways, if Mahmoud can be targeted in this way simply for speaking out for Palestinians and exercising his constitutionally protected right to free speech, this can happen to anyone over any issue the Trump administration dislikes, said Mark Vanderhout, one of Khalil's attorneys. Okay, didn't I have a different one here? I thought I had this. Apparently a statement from him, from Mahmoud Khalil. At the end of the hearing, Mahmoud Khalil asked to address the court, saying, I would like to quote what you said last time, that there's nothing that's more important to this court than due process rights and fundamental fairness. Clearly what we witnessed today, neither of these principles were present today or in the whole process. This is exactly why the Trump administration has sent me to this court, 1,000 miles away from my family. I just hope that the urgency that you deemed fit for me are afforded to hundreds of others who have been here without hearing for months. Okay, like without a hearing? That means? Yeah. I mean... Oh, man. Oh, man. This is a disaster. This penguin has... Once again, I have no love for any of these past presidents either. I think they're all a bunch of Douglas Murrays. But Trump is he's just going as fast as he can to do the worst possible things he can come up with. That's what it looks like. In every situation. And once again, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the I told you so shit to motherfuckers that did not realize this guy is a Douglas Murray. It is what it is. All right. There's your video. Please subscribe if you like, comment, agree, disagree, tell me what you think. If you're okay with this, you're probably a Douglas Murray and don't know it. But you know, I can't see someone being okay with this. Unless you're just like, you just see, oh, brown guy must be terrorist, get him out. Brown guy terrorist, get him out. which means you're just an idiot. You don't know what you're doing. Thus, I'll just most likely leave you alone or just laugh at you. All right, I'll let you, do some studying one day, figure some shit out, then come back over here and come talk to me. Ask some questions. How about that? That's a good start. Ask some fucking questions. Don't just, yeah, lovely. Yeah, we're getting our country back. Meanwhile, this orange penguin does not work for you. Start studying why this guy is being kicked out of the fucking country, or trying to be kicked out of the country. He's still here. He still has somewhat of a fighting chance. They need to take this. Let's be real. This type of shit is so much of a distraction. Like, this should not be happening. This should not be happening to this guy or all the other people that this is happening to. This should not be happening to those people at all. It really shouldn't be. And it serves as a distraction by kind of picking a meaningless fight in a way by the State Department, by the administration and shit like that. It's like, it's not meaningless, but it's like this is on its face. Like, no, you're allowed to protest things, especially when you do it non-violently. Everything you complain about the protesters doing, this guy was not doing. So, like, I don't get it. It is bizarre, but might as well. Let's be real. If you're gonna make it a distraction, might as well take it all the way to the fucking Supreme Court, off rip, go as far as you can, so that these judges better rule the right fucking direction, straight up, and then it sets the precedent to where when someone brings up Khalil versus the State Department, right, in their history books, it'll showcase that, the Supreme Court has now judged that you can't just dismiss someone deport them, a legal immigrant. You can't just deport them because they have different views than you. They're allowed to have different views. They're allowed to say those views. And they're good. But if it goes the other way, and they start saying words are equal to bombs, we're all in trouble. We are all in trouble at that point. Because it doesn't have to just stop with, Arab people. Or, it's more than just Arab people. It's the Korean girl, people, Chinese, I've seen. All different nationalities. But it doesn't have to just be them. It can be Americans at a certain point. I explain my thought process. I explain why I think that could be possible. And once again, you're dealing with a bunch of Douglas Murrays and psychopaths. The same thing, sorry. You're dealing with a bunch of Douglas Murrays and Douglas Murrays, and they might Douglas Murray your ass. Because they don't care about you. I don't even think it's a hate thing. I don't think there's any emotional attachment to this. It's just something to serve a purpose for something else. That's what I truly believe. So, yeah. More. This guy allegedly almost got shot and killed just so he could do this. And just so he can shoot and kill and bomb and kill other people overseas. Just so he could do that. Right? He stood up, he's like, fight! Fight! What'd you say? You don't like Israel? Get the fuck out of my country. Fuck you. Oh, you're American, huh? Well, we're taking your degree away. We're taking your PhDs away. Whatever we can. We're taking shit from you. Unreal. And I'll be real with you. I think the overall point of all this, is partially distraction. Drum up stories everywhere while you're sowing the fucking seeds to do the big thing. The big deal, right? Which could be war with Iran, which is World War III. And maybe these Douglas Murrays want their names in the history book, whether it looks good or looks bad, just forever remembered as the president or the State Department guy or whoever, some follower. They want to be forever known as the people that were there when World War III went down. That sounds crazy, but I think we're dealing with crazy people. A bunch of crazy Douglas Murrays. I'm telling you. That's what it's looking like. And if they open that bottle cap up with Iran and that World War III shit starts happening, this will be forgotten until years after. And who knows how long that'll go. Remember, if World War III is in the form of not, the Nazis or the Germans, they're trying to expand their territory. If they put it in the context of global war, of the war on terror, if they mash it together with a world war, I mean, everyone's up for sale at that point. Everyone's fucked. I'm telling you right now. So, yeah. All right. Don't forget to share, support, hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Check them out, read them, share them, donate. And with all that said, give this video a thumbs down.
Say you wanna get in, and then you wanna get out. When you get the money to buy yourself a castle, how will you wear your leisure? You zip it back and front on the fence together. Weekends in leather, flip to the right and slip back to the left.